Hey everyone, GitHub Copilot just flipped the switch to usage-based billing, and that means the party is officially over. Every single token you burn right now is costing your team real hard cash. If you're still using Copilot the exact same way you did last month, your next company invoice is going to be an absolute jump scare. In this video, I'm giving you 10 practical proven ways to instantly shrink your token consumption, complete with before and after examples for every single tip. Let's dive straight in. We are breaking this down into two distinct parts to make it incredibly easy to execute. First, we are going over 5 quick set and forget configuration changes that will permanently lock in baseline token savings across your entire workspace without you having to change your coding flow. Then, we'll move on to the daily developer workflow habits that compound over time. Let's kick things off with the heaviest hitter in your config files. Welcome to tip 1, and this is the highest impact optimization in this entire guide. Here is the secret. Under usage based billing, output tokens cost up to 5 times more than input tokens. Every time Copilot writes a polite paragraph explaining how a function works or what a regex pattern does, you are paying a massive luxury premium for text you probably don't even read. The fix is ridiculously easy. Open your project's global copilot.instructions.mdd file and add this single instruction. Code only, no explanation. Boom. That single line instantly slashes your output volume by 40% to 70% on every single code generation task. You set it once and it saves you money on every developer call forever. Tip 2 is terse prompting, or what I like to call caveman speak. As developers, we have this weird habit of treating LLMs like friendly coworkers. We type things like, "Hey Copilot, could you please review this file when you have a moment and write a simple utility function to format these dates? Thanks." Stop doing this. The model does not need your ceremony and it doesn't care about your feelings. Switching to compressed, direct, primitive prompts decreases your input tokens by 30% to 50%. Remember, under usage based billing, input tokens still cost money. Every polite word you type is literally leaving cash on the table. Speak like a caveman. Refactor function to use map. Quick, cheap, efficient. Let's bundle tips 3, 4, and 5 into 3 rapid fire system adjustments you need to make today. Tip 3 is trimming the boilerplate. Most teams don't realize that your system instructions file is injected into every single request you send. If you have 10 devs making 100 requests a day with a bloated 60-line instructions file, you are paying to upload those same 60 lines 60,000 times a day. Keep that file under 20 lines and strip out the LLM generated fluff. Tip 4 is scoping context with apply to. Without scoping, your playwright test rules are being uploaded when you're editing a SQL schema. Use apply underscore to front matter tags in your config files so rules only load when editing relevant file types. And tip 5 is the 5 tab rule. Copilot automatically grabs context from your open IDE tabs. If you have 15 tabs open with logs, old schemas, and scripts, they are all being quietly uploaded as input tokens. Keep a maximum of 5 open tabs to stop this invisible token bleed. Now let's transition into part 2, daily developer workflows, model routing, and managing your active workspace context. This is where your personal developer habits and your split second decisions inside the IDE will either save your company thousands of dollars or sink your engineering budget entirely. Tip 6 is smart model routing. Under the new billing structure, different neural networks have vastly different price tags. Using a heavyweight, top tier frontier model like Claude Opus or GPT-5 for a basic variable rename, a quick documentation string, or a routine unit test is genuine absolute waste. Think of models in tiers. For easy questions, debugging basic syntax, or boilerplating, route them to Haiku or GPT-40 Mini. They are incredibly capable, blindingly fast, and cost a tiny fraction of the premium models. Save the luxury frontier models for heavy, multi-file architectural reasoning that genuinely requires massive cognitive computing power. Tip 7 is a big one. Stop pasting entire files into the chat sidebar. This is one of the most expensive and lazy habits in modern development, and most engineers don't even notice they are doing it. A 500 line file is roughly 2000 input tokens, just for context. And 95% of those lines have absolutely nothing to do with your specific question. Instead of copying and pasting the whole code base, use precise inline chat directly over the targeted block of code, or use specific hashtag file references to point to the exact file. You will get the exact same answer quality but at a tiny fraction of the token cost. Now listen to me very closely on tip 8, because this is where teams are burning absolute piles of cash without realizing it. We need to talk about ask mode versus agent mode. Agent mode is incredibly powerful. It acts like an autonomous junior engineer that can write plans and modify multiple files. But that autonomy has a massive, terrifying token overhead. It has to load your tool definitions, fetch your workspace metadata, plan its execution, and replay the entire history back and forth on every single step it takes. Let me make this simple. Do not use Copilot agent or plan mode for tiny trivial tasks. If you ask a full agent to change this CSS button color to ocean blue or rename this heading to bold, that agent is going to spin up, read your entire directory, check your config, and burn 20,000 tokens just to edit one line of styling. That is a $5 button color change. If your task is simple and fits in a single line, use ask mode or standard inline completion. Save agent mode for actual complex multi-file engineering problems. Tip 9 is keeping fresh conversations. And this one catches developers completely off guard when they first look at their network traffic. Every single message you send inside an ongoing chat thread forces Copilot to resend the entire conversation history back to the language model to maintain context. This means your first prompt costs you 1 unit of context. Your 10th prompt in that same thread costs you roughly 10 units of context for the exact same amount of useful new code. The fix is completely effortless. Train your muscle memory to hit Command plus L on Mac or Control plus L on Windows to start a brand new chat for every new task. Consider it your zero cost token reset button. And finally, tip 10, the dashboard. You cannot optimize what you do not measure. GitHub now displays real-time AI credit consumption for every user and organization under this new billing model. If you are an individual developer, you need to track your daily credit burn against your limit. If you are an administrator, you must look at this dashboard to set per user safety caps and block access once a daily budget is blown. If you have never opened this page, go to your GitHub billing dashboard right now. I guarantee you'll find at least one developer on your team who is accidentally burning $100 of tokens a day on an infinite loop. That is all 10 tips. Let's wrap this up with your immediate 3-step action plan to lock in these savings starting right now. Do these 3 things today. Add that code only instruction to your project settings, trim your main instructions file down to under 20 lines, and close those 15 open tabs in your editor. This week, set up your language specific apply underscore to scoping, start using ask mode for your simple requests, and build the muscle memory to clear your chats using the keyboard shortcut. And ongoing, check your team's usage dashboard once a week to spot outlier spenders and audit your settings monthly. If you found this guide valuable and you want to keep your cloud bills low and your development systems hyper optimized, hit that subscribe button right now to keep you updated with tech. Drop a comment below. What is the craziest Copilot bill your team has hit so far, or which of these tips saved you the most money today? Thank you for watching. Keep your code clean, keep your token count low, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones.